Hello everyone, I'm David Ainsworth, the head of communications at the Secretariat of the Convention on Biological Diversity. And I'm coming to you from Glasgow, Scotland, where UNFCCC's COP26 is coming to its closing days. So COP26 seems to have two different narratives going on. On one hand, there's the voice, which is represented by the phrase blah, 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 which suggests that what's happening at this conference, as far as the negotiation, the results, is not very big. We're not seeing enough ambition being reflected in the negotiations. But there is another view, which is, I don't know if optimism of it, but is more positive. And what that view says is that, listen, if you look at the announcements that have been made over the course of this conference, there will be significant cuts to greenhouse gases and a lot of action being made to move forward on the Paris goals. Now, so the question is, do all these things add up? So if we've got all of these different pledges, what happens? Well, the United Nations Environment Programme issues something called the Emissions Gap Report. They sent it out before the meeting, and the report suggests that there was a massive gap between what countries had promised and what they needed to do to achieve the goals of the Paris Agreement. Now, so again, the issue is that there's a negative and a more positive interpretation of it. The negative view of the report would say that, even if we look at these different commitments, because there's no timetable for them, and because they're not necessarily very, very deep, those commitments will really only add up to perhaps a 2.4 degree increase, which is still well above the goals in terms of the Paris Accord. The optimistic take is said that, well, if the implementation is advanced rapidly with these commitments, people are true to these and they're expanded, we have a 50% chance that governments could achieve a goal of, say, 1.8 to 1.9 degrees Celsius. One thing that I think is clear from us, from the perspective here of biodiversity, is that the discussions about nature and climate are coming together. It's a discussion now about sustainability, about a sustainable future, and that narrative, if that becomes stronger, is going to be very positive for the work that we all do and for our hopes to move forward on a sustainable planet. So pay attention, stay tuned, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.